So it's been a bit, it's been a week since we tried out Mario Sunshine again. So let's see how rusty I am. We got to Noki Bay, which is like one of the notoriously hard levels of the game, for me at least. We're gonna do something a little bit weird though. I actually forgot there's only, there's some things you can only get in episode 1 through 2 basically. Because 3 is the bottle, meaning you can't do anything there. So we basically have to go back here and get the rocket nozzle for like 3 blue coins. I'm pretty sure there are ways around needing the rocket launcher, rocket nozzle, but I am not that good at this game. I don't know the tricks. But hi, welcome. I hope everyone's having a good day. My day is all over the place, but that's just the story of my life lately. Feels like. Right now I'm actually feeling pretty alright. I think I've been kind of like going back and forth with mood quite a bit, where it's like some days, like from moment to moment, I can be like very volatile mood-wise, which I'm sure is fun for my friends. But other than that, I've been generally trending semi-positive this last few days, with occasional dips, which is kind of standard for me. Yeah, there are 3 blue coins that basically need the rocket launcher. One is this one. Oh, not actually, this one doesn't need it, but you need the spring, which is only in the first couple stages. Hi Mario, welcome on in. We're just getting started here today. Starting out with the blue coins, gonna get this band-aid off right away, because it's gonna be looming over me all day otherwise. Rocket nozzle again. This is only in like the first 2 episodes where it's actually accessible, so we basically need to get these 2 coins and one other. I think there's another rocket nozzle by the cliff side, I hope, because we actually need it for over there too. It doesn't look like it actually. That's awkward. Yeah, we're specifically getting the coins that require the, whatchamacallit, the rocket nozzle, getting those out of the way. It's funny, I made a sound today that I don't think I've ever been able to make before, which was, the sound I made when I saw a snake on the ground. On the ground. I was like very panicked for a moment. But not at the disco. This is a bad joke that I make probably way too often. The guide I have also lists the 2 in the ruins first. So we're gonna get those just so I remember them a little bit better. But we're actually gonna go out of order from what the guide says for this blue coin up here, just because we need the rocket nozzle for this, so I don't forget. The M on the wall is easy to get back to, so I'm not really concerned about that one. But it should be somewhere up above here. You have to use the rocket nozzle to get all the way up to a little alcove somewhere. I think it's over here actually. This is easier on... Is this the one? It's easier on GameCube than Switch actually. Because... I'm just trying to figure out which alcove it actually is. It looks like it's this one over here. This one's easier on Wii U, or on GameCube, because you can actually time the launch a lot easier than on Switch, where you're kind of at the mercy of the charge-up time. Ah, damn it. That was really close though. Like, you have to time launching with the apex of your jump, which is really not the most convenient thing in the world. Shit, I didn't mean to actually hit Z. I think there's other ways to do this too. It might actually be better to try something else, because I'm not having any luck here. There we go, actually. Not too bad. Yeah, that one's listed as 9 on this guide, which makes sense, but also shrug. I'm just gonna get that now and get out of the way. In general, for Noki Bay, I want to stay in order because this level is a nightmare. So I want to keep a very meticulous track of which blue coins I have. because if I lose track of one, we will be here for like an hour trying to find one straggler, and it'll be miserable for everybody. So, because of that, we are going to actually be very methodical with this blue coin hunt. Yeah, getting up to this one's not a problem. So it's just the other one that's kind of annoying. Shit. Saved it. And then immediately run off again, okay. So it's mildly obnoxious. Again, as much as I complain about the Noki Bay blue coins, I don't even think they're that terrible with a guide. Big asterisk on that. I am using a guide for this. With a guide, these aren't terrible. These aren't entirely my idea of a good time, mind you, but it's this weird, like, I don't know if it's Stockholm Syndrome or what, but I am not a blue coin hater inherently. I think it is padding, like, just straight up, this is padding, compared to like 64, which had more like bespoke level design to actually get to 120 stars in that case. On this case, like 24 shine sprites are just blue coins, so it doesn't feel as like, you know, level based. It's more like, it's sort of like a precursor to like Odyssey, where it's a little bit more like explorative, open worldy kinda, rather than like built around I don't know, what am I even trying to say? Built around like I don't even know if any of what I'm trying to say is making sense, actually. But yeah, just like bespoke level design versus just finding stuff around the world, basically. This almost feels like a... Yeah, it's in that wall. I can see the question mark. That's bad. Almost saved it. It's like Odyssey gets a lot of flack for the same reason, and I actually feel like there's a correlation of why I love Odyssey, because it scratches that sunshine itch, but also still has the issue of just a lot of, like, padding, essentially. Like, oh, this is just a case where you have to go around the world a bunch of times and hope you find the right thing you're looking for, which is not everyone's idea of a good time. I eat that up, though. Again, I'm someone who's, like, into the Koroks in Breath of the Wild, so that's where I'm coming from with this. There we go. That should be it. I feel like there's something else in one of those alcoves, but I'm not seeing anything listed, which is weird. I'm mildly concerned about that. But it looks like it's only those two. Number 7 is walking up from the bottom of the waterfall. This one's like mildly annoying to get. So I'm gonna get a different one first, because it'll just make more sense. This one should be listed as 8 though. Under the diving spot. So yeah, we'll get that one first, just because it's, you know, a better spot for us. The funny part is, I've put so much, like, thought into Noki Bay, that I've also put 0 thought into Pianta Village, so I'll actually probably struggle there more. This is a thing I do all the time. I spend so much time practicing one thing that there's something else that I should also be practicing, and then don't practice, and that's what I actually struggle with. But yeah, we want to carefully jump down. I said carefully jump down, and then, yeah, okay, this is what I was thinking of. You do actually have to come over here, but instead of going around, I just cheesed it, because couldn't be arsed to go all the way around. Actually, the rocket nozzle would have been good for this too. I should have thought of that, but I think we can get it without. This game is pretty adaptable in that way. There's a lot of different, like, tricks you can do to, like, circumvent some challenges, which is nice. I love that in Mario. I love being able to do things not in the intended order. I eat that up, truth be told. I think there's another one above, too, that's sprayable. Listen, I might like Mario Sunshine a normal amount, but I'm also not an expert at it. So, do not be surprised if I fumble a little bit in the blue coin section in particular. I'm gonna do something risky. I don't know if this will work. Yeah, that'll work, I hope. Please grab the ledge, Mario. Hell yeah. That should be 10. So we are going in order so far, which is by design. That should be 13. So 11 is where? 11's at the top, which is like... Alright. This guide's order for the coins is a little wonky. Like, I would not go in this order personally. But, you know... For the sake of organization, we'll follow the guidebook on this one. The sacred text. So 11 should be up here, as is 12. I'm actually, like, at 40 coins already. Like, we could probably go for the 100 coins and just get that out of the way too. Ideally, I would also like to get that in, like, before too long, just for the sake of not having to worry about it. So yeah, we're actually pretty far along on that, so we might just go for it. This isn't the best stage to get coins in, though, unfortunately. Spoiler, I don't know where 100 coins are in this episode, so if we struggle too much, if we get through all the coins and still can't find it, I'll simply try again in episode 8. Because that's a very free 100 coins. 13... So 14 is with this little nook over here. Speaking of Nook, that's another game I have no clue what the hell I'm doing with for this series, because if we're talking games that mean a lot to me, Animal Crossing has to be in there. How the hell do I stream Animal Crossing? Like, do I just do a daily stream series for a bit? Because that feels like a great way to burn myself out. Hi Lego, welcome on in. Thank you for the hydration check, I definitely forgot. My general advice as a casual, I don't know what speedrunners would do with this, but for a casual perspective, what I like to do, typically, is jump up high and then fall a bunch. I think it's here. So yeah, like basically get up to a vantage point and fall down. And to me, that's like the best way to get these blue coins. I'm sure there are faster ways, because this isn't very efficient if I'm being real here. Where the hell is 16 on this guide? Hidden alcove, spray the switch. That doesn't really help me. 15 hidden alcove. Yeah, all these are just in hidden alcoves. It's like down here. Yep, that's one of them. I don't know if that's 15. That might be 16 on this guide. We'll assume it's 16, hope for the best. If not, we we might have to do some course correcting later on. Ow. Yeah, this is just kind of a nice chill time. Again, maybe it's because I'm streaming it, that helps. But even then, like, if I'm playing this game casually, I'm gonna not be hyper-fixating on this. I'm gonna be, like, you know, listening to music, watching live streams. I'm not gonna just be only fixating on blue coins, because that's not fun, to be honest. But for me, this just gives me a chance to yak a bit, to ramble, because I do like to talk. If it wasn't obvious already. It's weird. I'm both someone who's very shy, but can also just not stop talking if I get going. It's like an interesting combination that totally doesn't cause problems of burnout. Yeah, you're supposed to use the boat for this. We need practice on this anyway for a few things, so it's fine. I almost wanted to make a joke bet, but also I don't have anything to give on my end, but it's like, oh yeah, you know, I don't like doing that kind of thing, to be honest, but I also don't like shilling myself and, like, promoting myself in general, though. But I almost wanted to make a joke, like, hey, if I can do that one really hard train sprint, like, first try, like, make a bet over it, like, can I do this first try, but, because of that, I will probably F it up immediately, which is why I do not make a bet like that, because I would not be able to pay up. If this looks awful, don't worry, it is. The boat sucks. It is absolutely miserable to control. If you are a first-time player in this game and crash the boat over and over and over again, do not feel bad. This is like very finicky. The only reason I have a modicum of control as well as I do is because I've played this game an unhealthy amount. Now, we only need 25 coins. That should be doable, right? In this episode? Again, I haven't actually checked, which might be a fatal mistake. But yeah, we might be able to do it in this episode. Otherwise, we'll get the gold bird, so we're still gonna come out of this with a shine, it's just which one. Ouchie. 17, 18 is in a different alcove near the top, so we need to drop down again. Pop in here. Oh shit. Still something in the wall. Oh, actually no, I think that was 18, and I think this is 17. Oops. Okay, so we got both of those. Actually, fighting Gooper Blooper might not be a bad idea. Because I'm pretty sure we could get a few coins there too. And we do need to go there next anyway for the ones in the vault of sorts. And yeah, there are 2 bloopers up there that would have coins, so that is an option. I think I've already kind of screwed up though, because I think I missed a few coins already. In like alcoves and stuff, so yeah, if not, it's fine. But again, just sort of curious if I can do it here. Ow. I never noticed that was a bird before. Since we got all the cliffside coins, and those are the ones that stress me out, I think we'll just go ahead and start, you know, kind of cleaning up in general. This one's easy to remember if I've gotten it or not. Scribble them on the wall. Yeah, again, the coins out of the way in like, you know, half an hour is not bad. Like, I'll take it. That's not like speedy, I'm not obviously a pro at this game. But hey, all things considered, that's a pretty damn good run in my opinion. I've also thought about other things to do if this does end up unfortunately having to be 2 streams, because I would like this to be 1 more stream. I think it's doable to do this in 1 more stream, but we're going to be cutting it close. Otherwise we might just end around the 2.5 to 3 hour mark if it doesn't look feasible. In a way, it doesn't feel like a good time investment, the blue coins, I mean. I think one thing that helps me is, like, if you get every blue coin in an area, that's essentially like you're getting 3 shine sprites. So you're actually getting a lot done, even if it doesn't necessarily feel like you are sometimes. So I think that is also something that helps me to, like, rationalize my feelings on the blue coins a little bit, where it's like, again, it's not the most interesting, but again, it does scratch a bit of an open world itch that I do have. So again, I do think I'm more okay with the blue coins than most are. I would prefer actual shine sprites, because that'd be like, you know, 90 shine sprites, which would be nice to have 90 more levels. Or not 90, what am I talking about? Like 24 different levels instead of just like based on open world stuff. So again, I see the merit of why blue coins are bad, but on the other hand, I'm like weirdly chill about it. That's what I'm trying to say in a very like roundabout way. I'm also realizing I'm sitting like kind of off center from my camera, which is causing it to be at like a weird angle, so I need to actually sit more centered, even if it means I'm having to like crane my neck a little bit to try to actually see the game. I'm using a TV for this, I'm not using like a second monitor or anything. One other thing in this game that's a weird quirk is you don't have to worry about fall damage if you ground pound. In 64, if you ground pound from too high up, you will still take damage. So that is the difference between this game and 64. Do not grab the shine sprite, me. Please do not throw away your progress. Alright, there should be 2 in here. Yeah, there should be 2 in here. They're actually probably both the big jars, huh? Yep. So that should put us at 21. I'm gonna get the hell out of here so I don't screw this up. I'm gonna get this since we're here. Oh, hi, Star. Welcome on in. Thank you for the raid. I hope Gaggle went well. I also don't know if the sound played. What happened? Should I be concerned? Should I, like, be concerned about what happened on your stream? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. What could possibly be the context of that? Yeah, I hope your stream went well. Thank you so much for the raid. Hi everybody. Oh, you know, I don't know what I expected for a response. But hi, if you don't know me, I am Yuna. I am a Snow Fox VTuber who mostly plays retro games. This is a series I do called Fox Girls Favorites, where I play childhood favorites. And, well, we're gonna hit present-day favorites someday. We are still ways off from that, though. I already know what game I'm ending this series on. It's my current favorite game of all time. But that game is from 2023, so it's gonna be a bit. Right now we're in the year 2003, which is the first time I played Mario Sunshine. Yeah, hi Star, hi Silver, hi Icy, hi Anna. Hope y'all doing well. Actually remembered the shoutout command this time, so I feel good about that. Also, there's the other one too. Because if you do like / username, it should do the Twitch, you know, official one. Like that. Yeah, thank you so much. You're doing the F word, right? To be fair, I actually don't know much about how Gaggle even works, because I'm almost never able to catch the streams, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope it went well. I am trying to get something I don't like out of the way first, so I can enjoy the rest of Sunshine, enjoy with a massive asterisk, because we have some very hard levels coming up right after this. I hope I got everything I meant to get here, otherwise it'll be very awkward. But yeah, this is one of my favorite childhood games. I played the hell out of this game. You're telling Star they were using a piping bag, but she misheard you. Ah. There were so many different jokes here where I could go with this. And I'm sure everyone is thinking of the same jokes, but maybe I should refrain. Leave it to the imagination. Oh ho ho, foolish man, I'm Il Pantissimo. Yes, that's me. Now I challenge you to race to that flag. Imagine... I mean, I was gonna make a joke about frosting, to give some context of this. Is race to the finish, the best time is 40 seconds. Get the ready, then get set, then go. Yeah, that was the joke. I was like, do I make this joke? Or do I just, like, not? Listen, I've already been in an interesting headspace today, without doubt, so, interesting. Well, might as well get these blue coins, because the Il Piantissimo is gonna take a bit. So yeah, all this stuff should be 2 circles that we need the turbo nozzle for, and then the 4 in the red coin fish / eel area. So should be smooth sailing. This was a really clean Noki Bay run, to be honest. For me, this is a pretty good Noki Bay. I've had some pretty disastrous ones where I missed 1 blue coin and spent like hours trying to find it. So yeah, I'll take this. This was pretty good. It's like Imagine Dragons, but like... Anyway, Reese, you're quite speedy. You're like a fish. You may not be the slow clam chomper I took you for. May we race again. Watch for me. Yeah, I've been trying to get on a more consistent streaming schedule because recently it's only been once a week. I was thinking about maybe trying to stream tomorrow also. I might start Pikmin actually, because that is another game from my childhood. Around the same time that I played Sunshine for the first time, I also played a hell of a lot of Pikmin. I could try a game clear. That's the other thing. I haven't done a game clearing for a while. One thing I should probably talk about is one idea I had for game clearing was the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Hey, guess what's getting a patch in like 3 days? That's adding like every feature that the community was like, this collection's amazing, it's missing just a little like icing on the cake. Yeah, they're adding that in, so it's like a perfect collection now. So hey, we might game clear MVC before too long. Try to go through all those, and I will probably perish. No guarantee I will play on anything higher than beginner difficulty, but yeah, I could do game clearing. That'd be a lot of game clears all in one at once if I do all the games on the collection. I don't know if I'd do the Punisher though, if I'd stick to just the MVC adjacent ones. Oh yeah, and they also announced all the features that they're patching into this collection will also be added to the Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Now, if only they'd add them to Fighting Collection 1 also, but that game's like old, so I don't know if they'd go back and do that. But hey, I'll take it just for Collection 2 even. It's still a very good deal. You know, huge Marvel vs. Capcom fan, excited to play these games for the first time. That seems to be the trend with my game clearing, of just like games I'm like, I should play this. I'm sure I'd love this game, but I need to actually play it myself. Psychonauts is the other one on the list, which I'm sure may pique the interest of some people here. But yeah, Psychonauts is a game I've always... I own 3 copies of Psychonauts. I should play one of them someday. Do not question why I own 3 copies of Psychonauts and have never played any of them in full. It's just a game that they always gave away for like $1 basically, or I even got a copy for free once on Xbox, so... It's like, oh, well, I'll just rebuy it on PC, because it's like $1 and it'll be more convenient, and that kept happening. I also didn't have an Xbox One at the time, so I got a free copy of the game without a console to play it on. Alright, so what's left here? We have the Shell Secret 1 and 2. We have Shadow Mario, and we have Red Coinfish, and then the Gold Bird. So yeah, we really don't have much. We can easily do this in like an hour, potentially. If I don't completely F it up, which, hey, I'm not making any promises. I may be overconfident, but I'm not that overconfident in this game. The other decision I've kind of come to a conclusion on is I don't think I'm actually doing any version of 64 for this marathon, unfortunately. As much as I did grow up with Mario 64 DS, I do think it's just like, these games take a bit of time, so I think I'd rather use that time for something else. If that makes sense. Like, you know, if I had a choice between Galaxy or 64, I'd choose Galaxy for this series. That's like one of my favorite games. That's probably like number 4. Maybe number 3? It's kind of a toss-up. Speaking of my favorite games, I've been very responsible, and instead of playing through my backlog, I just replayed Resident Evil 2 again for the 15th time or something. My excuse this time is the last time I played was a gender ago in full, so I wanted to re-unlock all the achievements on PlayStation. Shit. Sucks. I didn't hit the wall, right? That sucks. That was a really good run otherwise. That would have been like a first try potentially. The other option is like jumping on this nail and then side flipping, but that's like... Never mind, that's the first try. God damn it. That's so me to be like, ah, this is really hard, and then immediately does it. Like, cool. Alright, this, you know, second try, I'll take it. You know, I was hoping for a first try on this, but it's like, it's whatever. I mean, it's not over yet. I could easily botch it at the end. So I should not count my chickens before they hatch. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. My day's alright so far. I definitely think this was the right choice to just play childhood games for stream, because oh boy, I'm stressed. And I do think playing childhood games is a nice, relaxing time. And it's been very, very therapeutic in a way that I've been really enjoying. I've been kind of trying to figure out like how to get friends on for some, because I know I have some friends who are also like really into the same games of mine that are like my childhood games. Mainly Thousand Year Door is one where it's like I'm tempted to try to get a crew together for like playing through Thousand Year Door whenever I get to that, because I know enough people who love this game, and I think it would be fun to try to like voice act it. But that's a ways off. We still have several games to go before TTYD. Actually, Superstar Saga could be done the same way too. Like RPGs, I'm like contemplating like, what if I just like got a crew together for these and like acted them out? Like that'd be really fun for like FF9. Because that's gonna come up at some point, Final Fantasy 9. And that one does not have voice acting. Like 10 has mostly voice acting, but some non-voiced lines. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, because like I know Star kind of does that as well. That's part of the reason I was thinking of it, because I'm like playing ahead. Oh, that's me always planning, probably to a fault. I'm actually potentially gonna do something weird with this. I actually don't think I'm gonna get the blue coins in the same run as the red coinfish. Just because you have to go so high up, you lose so much air that it's kind of risky, actually. So I might deliberately save the blue coins for its own run. But we'll see. I might be feeling gutsy in a moment. I say that and immediately almost side flip off the cliff. Like a dumbass. So yeah, good job me. You're really proven you're capable of pro strats today. I mean, I say like an hour for Noki Bay. That's not entirely true because we did get like the first 3 shines last time. So yeah, not entirely correct. I'm just gonna do that, it'll be easier. Oh wait, we have Chucksters coming up, don't we? See how that goes. That's another one where it's like, if I get that first try, I'm gonna be very happy about it, but I'm not counting on getting first try Chucksters. There's only so much believing in the heart of the cards that will get you places. Alright, first try here. That's very nice. This is also a nice one because you don't have to finish the entire stage. You only have to get to the next platform. Also, the other platform didn't even load in for some reason. Probably because it was off screen. Again, that's one of those quirks of like, was that on GameCube too? Or is this a Switch problem? Like, I genuinely don't know. So let's see, we have 3 more left here, which shouldn't be too bad, and then the blue coins. So yeah, like an hour for this, like not counting the 3 last time. That's not bad at all for me. I don't know if we're finishing the game tonight though, because ooh, Pianta Village. Yeah, I don't know if we're getting through all that. We'll see where the night takes us, but we might go long. That's why I started a little bit early. Like I can go an extra hour because I started at like 3:30 instead of like 4 like usual. So I can go to about 7:30 comfortably, I hope. To be fair, in general, I would like to stream 4 hours more often than I currently do. Just, you know, to get games done faster for one thing, and move on to projects like faster. Because right now I'm not really making a lot of time in this game, in my series in general. It's like I was asking Star about like her project for like playing different like games, and she mentioned like having like 12 or something, like 1 per month, and I'm like, yeah, my list is at like 12, but I also like 60, but I also hadn't been streaming a gender ago, so it wasn't like entirely the same set of circumstances. Like I hadn't done any like childhood games to stream because I'm just starting streaming. Curses, I won't forget this. I forgot to read the dialogue, so I did in fact forget. Oops. I am gonna do something kind of goofy right now. Well, nah, actually, we can get that next time. Stretch break. I'll take a stretch break in a moment, actually, because we're coming up on an ad break before long, and I kind of want to hammer out the rest of these giant sprites real quick. Red coin fish! Hell yeah. Again, very good time. Again, I'm not sure if we can get the blue coins comfortably also. We've been waiting for you, Mario. Grandpa's at the top as usual. Please wear this again, okay? You can use this rope as a shortcut to the top. So this is the other Noki's wife, by the way, who's basically like hiding because of all the pollution. This game has so much like incidental dialogue. Like, you know, I've been kind of rushing through the game, unfortunately. But again, there's a lot of flavor text in this game that's really nice. If you take the time to like talk to everybody in each episode, like every character has something different to say. It's a game that has a lot of charm. And again, I think that kind of carries it in a way for me, where it's like, yeah, this game has some fundamental issues, but it also is a very charming game at the same time, and that kind of... that can carry a game for me. I'm like really like... I'm like that with a lot of games. The one I really thought of was like the modern Paper Mario's, obviously a very, you know, contentious topic. But like Color Splash and Origami King are games that are almost like, to me, completely carried on charm. And like... I wish the gameplay was like more up my alley. Like, I'm not gonna deny that. However, I still thought those games were worth experiencing just because of how much charm they had. Now, if they also had a good battle system and all that charm, you get Thousand Year Door, which is why Thousand Year Door is still my favorite. And still my second favorite game of all time. It took like 20 years, and even then I waffled a little bit, where there was a period where I'm like, Wind Waker might be my favorite, and then I went back to, no, it's still Thousand Year Door. And then the funny part is then it's like, oh, wait, Xenoblade 3. See, that's the other conundrum I'm facing at the moment. Oh god, how do I do Xenoblade for this? The answer is New Game Plus, for sure. But even that will take, like, a decent amount of time. Like, those are not short games, even if you're, like, ideal settings. The other thing I discovered recently is Xenoblade 1 has a weird quirk where it actually spoils a character's appearance in the opening cutscene for New Game Plus because they use a model that's supposed to be used later. It's like, why didn't they think this through? Like, I know it's supposed, like, you've already played the game at this point, but for me, as someone who'd want to show off the game potentially to people who haven't seen it before, that kind of sucks. So again, I fully admit this is just a me problem. Like, this is just my set of circumstances working against that. So like, if I did Xenoblade 1, I'd have to do it like new game, which sucks. I don't want to play Xenoblade 1 new game again. I could just do definitive and explain, hey, there's gonna be some spoilers for endgame stuff. The funny part is Xenoblade 1 isn't even one of my favorites. Like, I'd only do it to set up 3 and 2, because, you know, I like going in order. I say as I'm playing Mario Sunshine and not playing 64. But in general, I do like going in order with games, just because... I don't know, maybe it's like a obsessive-compulsive thing, to some extent. Mario's almost so chill, it doesn't matter in my opinion. Show the opening cutscenes on YouTube instead, that's actually a really good idea. But there are some quirks with like a post-game weapon. Because like you carry a weapon from the little ending into new game. So I'd have to show... Yeah, there's a cutscene viewer actually in Definitive Edition. So yeah, no, that actually would work. Thank you. That's a... I don't know why I didn't think of that actually. There's a little bit of gameplay in that opening though, with like Dunban. But it's fine. Or I could just record it myself and show it. That is also an option. It's like, hey, if I'm streaming the game, I am definitely capable of just recording it myself. Also, fun story, this is the only level in the game that doesn't have Yoshi in it. There is actually a version with the Yoshi bongos, though, that goes unused, because you literally can't find Yoshi here. Oh, that was easy. We even have time to start Pianta Village. Before the outbreak, I mean. Well, we're almost to the funny number. Alright, that should be everything in Noki Bay, right? We should be good to go. So all that's left is Pianta Village and Delfino Plaza. So yeah, we're making very good time so far. We'll see how long Pianta Village takes though, because this level can be kind of a pain in the butt with the Chucksters primarily. That'll be the biggest like hurdle we have. The other thing about showing the cutscenes on YouTube is Xenoblade, at least Definitive Edition, has like cutscene or like cosmetic armor, which is nice, so I can have like late game equipment still on, but it looks like the early game equipment, so it doesn't like have a dissonance. So they can have their canon... Why did they jump off? They can have their canon appearances still, and still have better equipment, so I don't have to like... See, this just feels like I'm being like not engaging with the gameplay, unfortunately, which is the story of my life with Xenoblade. I'm gonna be real. I love Xenoblade. I tend to just kind of brute force my way through those games. There is nothing only in episode 1, so I think we will just get the blue coins in episode 3, I think is my current plan. I always associate this level with going to the hospital as a child, and then coming home and playing this level. So that's a fun anecdote, I say, with a slight asterisk. It wasn't anything overly serious, to clarify, but it is like a core memory of mine of having to go to the hospital at a young age. It was like an all-nighter too, so I was like exhausted the next day. Casually yeeting Chain Chomp pups into this lake here to cool them off. I feel less bad about this if they weren't clipping through the ground. I know that's just like a technical problem, not anything in the actual like lore of the game. They're just sitting in the water basically, but they are definitely clipping through. This one's really far away, so I'm gonna give it a little push. This paint is actually on fire, by the way, so it will burn you. So you need to be a little bit more careful than usual. This might actually reach. That was a really smooth run. Remember, always be kind to your pets. Oh. I don't know if that necessarily counts, F.L.U.D. Also, this is like the level to get the 100 coins on, so we'll be back here later. The 100 coins of Pianta Village will take a bit, because you have to like really like pixel hunt for these. They can basically only be obtained at night, which is weird. The gimmick of Pianta Village is every episode alternates time of day, which is kind of nice. Nice little bit of variety. And again, there's sort of the argument of like every level, there was like fewer levels than 64, so it almost feels like a lot of them can be a little bit more like crafted in a way, where they have more like varying dialogue and everything. Like more love was poured into a smaller number of worlds. Plus an automaton, I don't think it counts as a pet. I more so meant yeeting the chain chomps into the water. It's like, yeah, I don't know if that really counts as being kind. It's like, I know, you know, they're fine, but... It's me, El Piantismo. Now, listen, see that flag over there? Alright, I do. Oh, that Pianta just despawned, because draw distance. Now you and I shall race to get there the fastest, yes. My personal record is 30 seconds. Impressive, hey? Are you at the ready? Then get set and go. That is not the right nozzle. I think they'll thank you, yeah. Ultimately, it's helping them, but it's like... interesting method of helping. This is the easiest race, in my opinion. Because if you like hover on slopes, you actually get a decent amount of speed, if I recall. Yeah, like that one's not hard at all. Again, I'll save the blue coins for later so I can track them better. Grr, yes, grr, that was not so bad. You're quick, yes. I suppose maybe I underestimated you a small bit. Perhaps. You try again after you have practiced more. Until then... Neat. Next is Goopy Inferno. This is gonna be interesting because we're gonna hit ad break during this. I'm gonna do something silly that is a speedrun trick and hypothetically could save us time. I'm only going to try this one time. I'm gonna say this like right now. I'm only gonna try this one time. I'm not gonna like obsessively try to get this trick because I'm bad at it. It's not even hard. I'm bad at it. So this is the only above, like, non-secret level where Shadow Mario takes F.L.U.D. This level's actually really interesting. There's like 3 blue coins that are only here, so we'll be grabbing those right away. And also getting a couple of the others, I think. The trick of this is... there is a tiny little strip... God, that sucks. There's a tiny strip where you can walk through. I'm actually using the camera to turn than the actual control stick, because I find that more reliable. So you can get over here. Then you climb up this tree. Like so. Again, Mario's a mountain goat in this game. He can just kind of go up sheer inclines. No problem. I say as I almost die. Okay. That gets the heart pumping a little bit. Wait, how do you get up on this branch? Because I'm pretty sure that's what you have to do. Maybe jump over here and over? Yeah, that works. Okay. So then you try... I'm gonna jump to this mushroom over here. And then you can jump to F.L.U.D. What you're supposed to do is you have to take underground passageways to go all the way around to get to this point. But yeah, you can just do that. I'm very happy I got that first try, not gonna lie. While we're here, we might as well get the blue coins that are only in this level. Just for the sake of not forgetting them later. That's the scribbled M on the platform. There should be another scribbled M about here somewhere. Yep, there it is. Like so. And then there should be a Pianta on fire somewhere on the eastern side. It's funny how much I can just kind of look very quickly at a glance and be like, yeah, that's where this is. Again, very normal about this game. Being on fire probably would not be fun. Phew, you saved me, thanks to Bundle. That feels like a very understated response to being on fire. that's the 3 that are only in this episode. There are a couple that are only at night, which are Shoot the Moon, Butterflies, Beehives, and which we need episode 5 for, and one on the Pianta's nose by the pool. So we'll get that one, and then the moon haunts you, and then we'll move on. Alright, this is also a great way to get the 100 coins. After the ad break, we'll probably go for that 100 coins, because I just want to get it out of the way. Because it'll take a bit. And also to put off the chucksters as long as we can. Alright, so shoot the moon. And then help you out. You saved me, thanks bundle. Hell yeah. I hope I got everything there, otherwise this will be very awkward in a bit. And hey, just before the ad break starts too. That was very good timing. Alright, with that taken care of... When you played this when you were younger, you would go to the pond where you launched the chain chomps into and do a bunch of side and spinning jumps to splash water to make a path. Oh, that's a really good idea. I never thought about doing that before, but that's very clever. But with that, ads are literally about to start, so we are going to take a break here. Gonna get up, stretch, use the bathroom, and we'll be back with more Mario Sunshine.